Hello, everybody. Good to have you here. It is 21st of April 2022, and we are keep going our studies of the Spirit's book, and it's we are on chapter 6. Let me just get this out of here. We are on chapter 6, and today we go through questions 2, 6, 8 up to 273. Okay, and with this, we will close the topic uh, um, choice of trials. Choice of trials. Okay, and then we close this topic. So, Yasmin, hello, how are you? Good to have you here, my dear. So, before we start our discussion here, let's do our initial prayer. And meanwhile, I can see people are still joining us. It's giving them time to connect. Okay. So let's raise up our thoughts, make connection with superior spirits, with our mentors of the show, mentors of Kardec Radio, mentors of Spiritist Society of Ireland, and giving us the inspiration in order to go through these questions and comments. Also, we want to send good vibrations to our brothers and sisters who are having a struggle moment, who are going through hardships. May this good vibration inspire them in order to find a way out, in order to recover their conscious, in order to calm them down. So, may we have a wonderful moment together. So be it. Amen. Okay. So, as I said, I think the previous two meetings, two gatherings we had, this part of the Spirit's book, Choice of Trials, for me personally is important because this explain to us how we choose certain trials, how or why we are going through some hardships in which sometimes we do not understand. And most often we just look up and say, hey, why you did this to me? Or why it happens to me? You know what I mean? So, and this look, or when we point the fingers, we are saying, hey, why you are sending this to me? Why this has happened to me? And I can say there is no relation whatsoever with the situation you're passing by. He has no connection at all. Why? Because the problems, the trials, everything you are passing by are consequences from your choices. Are consequences from, I don't know, bad behaviors or good behaviors, we don't know. So you decided, nobody pushed you. And this is difficult for us to understand because when we do kind of these questions, we are looking for straightforward answers. And unfortunately, we don't have straightforward answers. Unfortunately, we don't have like a clear conversation in which like I ask and you answer, and you ask and I answer. No, it's not a dialogue in terms of what we know, like me and you right now. You know, all these answers, all these clarifications come to us by signs, by time, because perhaps you do not understand what is happening now, but in few years you will understand. And we are not willing to wait this time or wait whatever time it's going to take to get a simple answer. We want to move forward. We want to keep going, you know, and we have questions. We have desires to know what I need to do. Okay, and we need to understand that an incarnation is an opportunity to improve. So when we decide to incarnate, this is an opportunity for improvement, more improvement, spiritual improvement. It's an improvement, but not all the times we improve ourselves. Sometimes we get stuck in simple things. Sometimes we get stuck in not not easy things, but how I say, we get stuck because we wish something and then doesn't happen. Not because we are incompetent, because we are ignorant. It happens because perhaps we are not evolved at, at a certain level and we cannot understand. Oh, but if we cannot understand, if you're going through this, why the good spirits or even God authorize me to reincarnate with such huge mission? Because we do have the free will. And when we are in the spiritual world, we are more aware of what's happening around us. So we can have a kind of visibility in which what happened in my past, what happened in my current moment, and which virtual or which morality I needed to work in order to evolve. Okay, so let's say you return to the spiritual life, to the spiritual world, and then you say, "Oh, I need to improve my selfishness. I need to improve my pride." You will not improve your selfishness and your pride in just one incarnation, you know, because this is happening. This is accumulating throughout many incarnations, and we want sort it out. I don't know, millions of incarnations in just one incarnation, you know. And then we decide, oh, I want to go to this trial, this problem, this, and the good spirits say, hey, are you sure? No, yes, I evaluated, I searched, this friend's gonna incarnate with me and he gonna help me. This blah, 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 blah. You have a miraculous plan. You have a miraculous plan, but at the end it's too much. Hey, Geraldo Pinto, very good to have you here, my friend. Thank you. And then, instead of evolve, we just live in an incarnation. And luckily, you did not create another problem for you. Oh, but, and the story about punishment. Again, there is no punishment. God does not punish us. He's a father. He is love. How someone who inspire love, breathe love, exile love, will punish you. It's like us when a baby do something wrong. You just look at it, no, so cute. No, wait, it's kind of this. We are these babies for him. We are still doing silly things, and we'll keep doing silly things until the moment when we evolve and you reach certain level. Okay, so in question 268, Kardec asked the spirits, until he reaches the state of perfect purity, does a spirit have to constantly undergo trials? So, when we listen the word trials, always we lead trials with troubles, problems, hardships. And we need to disconnect the word trial with a negative impact. Trial is just an opportunity to make us improve. For example, when you are in school, you will have the test. The test is a trial. Why? The teacher spent like 3 months explaining, giving you exercise, asking you much from you, asking to you to collaborate, all this, and a certain time he needs to measure. He needs to measure how you understood what was given. And the only way is, let's give him a test. But us, most of the times, we see a test as a punishment. Oh my God, no. All the time when we study chapter 1 and 2, the teacher gonna make questions about chapter 3 and 4. So, and why this is happening? Just because so we go through these problems, and we always push this very hard for ourselves. Some people, they get afraid of these tests. But why? It's just one way to understand, to see, okay, what's the level of knowledge here? Okay. So, when a superior spirit, one enlightened spirits, sometimes they don't need to go a trial, but they do reincarnate in worlds like ours, which is less involved than them. But instead of trial, it is a mission, but it's the same thing. You know what I mean? So it is the same thing. One of the biggest mission we had here, it was Jesus. He was a very top spirit. He reincarnated here, and look what happened to him. Let's say someone, your mentor, just appear in front of you now and say, "Hey, Stevan, oh, look, I have a good deal for you. We need some help from you, and we know you have all the knowledge, everything. Your CV, it's top 10. You have everything, all the skills we are looking for, but you need to reincarnate in that world. And that reincarnation going to be a problem because you need to lead them, to show them they are too materialist, and then you need to start to teaching them how to love. However, we don't know what's going to happen there, because you can may succeed and everything is wonderful, but the current picture now, it's kind of, you need to live your mission, you need to live to your legacy over there, but you're gonna suffer. They're gonna beat you, they're gonna crucify you, and then, are you ready to go? Of course not. I am not prepared to suffer like Jesus suffered. Do you? If you are, well, I'm applaud you, but I would say I am not ready to go through those trials. But we see as a trial, but for him it was a mission. So depends where you see, how you see that story, from the cup it's half full of the cup is half empty. Is up to you. It's you will decide which is which. Okay. Uh, Also, we see some connections with questions like 132, 171, and 120 of the Spirit's book, because every kind of mission has a different meaning. So, if I'm died today and I will reborn, I will reincarnate tomorrow, we already studied this can happen. Sometimes the logical, it's you have to, in between one incarnation and another incarnation, you may have a time of studying, a time of reflections, a time of gathering information, a time of uh, understand it. So this is something we need to face, you know and I can see this as a, not a trial, but for them is a mission. Okay. So, and each incarnation is a different meaning. Each incarnation is a different purpose. And this purpose is based in the knowledge you acquired. Of course, the good spirits will say, well, I think you need to improve here, you need to do this. It's like when you go to a psychologist. The psychologist will never give you a straightforward answer for your problem. So he the point is, oh, sorry, I read here, I lost my train of thought. So what is this? Not okay. So what we are saying here is, Every incarnation has a different purpose. Every incarnation has a different meaning. And I was given an example, and this, that, and here is the example. You you go to a psychologist, and the psychologist, let's say you have a problem. The psychologist will not sort it out the problem. A good psychologist, they will uh, point you to good thoughts, to a process of thinking, but the solution for your problem you will find by yourself, and you will be the one who gonna do whatever you need to do in order to sort it out that problem. So the good spirits are not different. They you say, "Oh, really, Stevan? Do you need that? Let's think this. Let's evaluate why you this. Let's analyze for this angle. Let's analyze for that angle. Let's suggest here. Let's take the suggestion here and put it this, modify that." So they will kind help you to act to build up an architecture for your making your problem your making process decision. So it's gonna help you how to come up to a solution. But they never ever say, no, don't do it. Do this way. It's ready here. Go. Bye. No. Why? Because you need to learn. You need to understand. That is not a step back. Something we learned. It's not like us when we went to school in order to be to progress and go to another year. We study. We go to the test. We get the grade we need in order to pass to another year. But today, if I ask you one of the questions, what do you learn? You say, "Wow, I don't know. I just studied to pass my test, but then I'm not using this at all. I have no idea. I don't know." So you kind of answer like this. There is a problem. No, there is not a problem. But this is to prove to you that we are not ready, and sometimes we think we are ready. Most of the times we think we are okay. Oh, this is a piece of cake. Wonderful. It's gonna be good. Everything, but no, is not everything good. You will face challenges, you will face problems, you know? So, again, if you don't know how to swim, probably you will reincarnate in a family of swimmers. Okay? So, this is it. If you don't have patience, you will reincarnate in a family in which you need to exercise a lot your patience. That's the only way to learn the lesson. That's the only way to progress. That's the only way to move forward. And here is not different. Can spirits be mistaken as to the effectiveness of a trial he chose? He may choose one that exceeds his strength and then he fails. He may also choose one that will not be profitable at all, which would be the case if he chooses an idle and useless life. So we have this ability to remember, like when we return to the spiritual life, what I have done with this incarnation. What happened here? What I'm missing? What needs to be changed? What is different here? We need to analyze this. We need to understand these points because it happens very, very, very often. And because this is going to be punished? No. Parable of the prodigal son. After spending all the money, after doing what he did, his father receives him with open arms. So, good spirits, God will always receive you with open arms. But our conscience are the proof that we did something wrong and we need to fix. When we have this kind of conscience and we are in the spiritual world, everything becomes easy. If you now have conscious that you are a selfish or a prideful person, first of all, is try to correct this tendency. Second one is try to understand why you are having this, why you passing through this, why nobody plays correctly with you. So all these need to be discussed. All these needs to be questioned. But again, it's not because you are asking a question that you get an answer. And we look for easy answers. We're looking for easy ways. Okay? Okay? So let's see here. Yeah, I spirit only advances gradually, one step at each time. The other day I saw a picture. Yeah, I think it was a picture. The steps to grow. So here the top is the objective. So you are here. So instead of giving like jumps of like 1 meter jumps, instead of this, you have like small steps in between. So each 500, we do have a small step. So you don't need to stretch your leg. You don't need to put all eggs you have in one single basket. You just need to, okay, let me go to this one, then I go to that one, then I go to this one, then I go to the other one. So it's making me us easy to walk through this. And this is what we need to do with our problems. Everyone does have problems. Some people are more or less. Some problems for me, perhaps you are facing and say, oh, this is not a problem. Come on. You are doing you are crazy. No, don't please don't say that. But for that person, they are facing a huge problem because they cannot see. No, perhaps because they do not have knowledge. They do not have conscious. And that problem, it is the opportunity to then acquire the experience, the skills, and they don't need to undergo through this anymore. So instead of complaining about a problem, why I need to go this when I have to face that? Will this problem gonna teach me some lesson? How can I connect this lesson with the problems I'm facing right now? So we need to see with different eyes. Okay? Okay? Great. Let me see here. Can spirits who come from a world that is inferior to Earth or from as much less advanced people, like cannibals, for instance, be born among civilized people? Yes. This interchange between plurality of the words is constantly valid. Proof of that, we have the Egyptian. It's one, just an example. Who was here? They came from a more evolved world, but at that moment, those spirits do not reflect or were not evolved as it should be to keep it going on the process of evolution. So instead of following the trend, he was sacked and say, hey, your mission here, it's lead that world, that blue planet. They came here, they used all their knowledge to build that. Simple like that. Simple like that. Okay, not more. A good spirit may choose an influential life among people or lesser advancement in order to help them. In that case, it would be a mission. Again, same story. Doesn't matter the purpose. You are in a mission. We are in a mission. Oh, Stevan, but I am just suffering. Am I mission be a suffering person? No. You need to understand the root cause of your afflictions. What you are doing, what attitudes you are having that doesn't make sense. Okay? Okay? So, let me see more here. Let me know, guys, if you have any questions. You are so quiet today. Please bring up your questions, bring up your point of view. Let's discuss. Let's see here how fits my model, how fits your model. The important thing is like let's do this together. So please send me your questions. Write to me. I'll be glad to answer. Okay. So I think it was clear for everyone why we need to reincarnate, why we need to evolve, to go to different worlds, learning here, learn there, bring that knowledge acquired to evolve this country here. You know, like we have this kind of, I think the name is the Ubuntu in African countries, like let's call a community. They are having problems. They are very struggle, but they do not have much resources or any kind of resources. But they decide to invest in someone. I don't know. They choose one person or two person, I don't know, or three people, I don't know, and they start to give a certain level of education, certain level of degree, and when they achieve like the maturity, they were sent to different parts of the world, and their mission is, hey, now I need to help my people down in Africa. So when we see a lot of people helping them, so it's kind of this. It's kind of this. Okay? What more? What more? What more? We have 10 more minutes. Let's find out. Leah, Dawn, any questions? So this is, well, guys, it's warm here. This is incarnation. This is why we need them. This is how it proceeds. This is why I think this is one of the most important topics of the entire Spirit's book, because this will give us a certain comfort or not, because it's up to you. It's your level of understanding. Perhaps what I said here was very clear for you. Perhaps what I said to you doesn't make any sense. And where is the problem? There is no problem. Within time, we will see. Not who was wrong or who was right. We will see how it goes. Because everything is in constant transformation. It's not because you're doing something here. Of course, when you do something here, we will be felt. Someone here will feel this, and this will make such a difference. That's why we need to move slowly. Okay? I think that's it. Let me see here. Mhm. Okay. Okay, yeah. No questions. But again, next week we will come back with with from question 274, relationships beyond the grave. So how we deal with uh, a spirit who are in the spiritual world and a spirit who are here incarnated, a soul who are incarnated. Okay, this is another wonderful chapter, but we need to to discuss. Happy days. So let's do our final prayer. So let's say thank you for the superior spirits to be connected with us, all people from different countries, different regions. Thank you very much for your presence in our discussion today. May we have a wonderful day full of joy and happiness. May everyone may may have this. I know we have had different moments, different times, but at the end, love always prevail. So be it. Amen. Shanti, good evening. Is wrong action pray to someone's stay If the person, okay, I see, Santi. Let me see your question here. Good evening. Is wrong action pray to someone stay if the person are in the hospital in very bad conditions, or we need to accept and let person go? Shanti, there is no right or wrong here. When we think from our material side, we will pray for that person stay. Of course, we will pray for that person stay. But I think, in my opinion, and what I have studied so far, a good prayer, it's a prayer when you don't ask anything for you, but what is good for that person. When you ask Father, God, or please do whatever is best for that person. If she stay here, I'll be over the moon. But if she goes, may go in peace and give me strength to keep going my pathway. This is a disattached message. But when we pray, no, please keep it here, keep it here, we don't know. You know, we don't know the mission of that person. We don't know what's the basis. Perhaps that person reached the goal, mission accomplished, you know, and is ready to go. But there is no wrong or right. This is love. But the love you need to learn is the love of disattachment. I need to love, I love someone with or without me. I love my wife. I love my husband. Yeah. And what happens if your wife or your husband come to you and say, hey, I want a divorce? Of course, you're going to fight to be okay. But at the end, if you love that person, you want that person to be happy with or without you. And then, in your case, Shanti, you need to pray. Pray for what? For what's best for that person who are in the hospital. May happen the best because I love them, him or her, so much. I want them to be happy. If her or his happiness it is with me, I'll be very thankful. If he or her will be happy without me, I'll be thankful as well because I enjoyed each time she or he was with me. That's why we need to take more opportunities when you are among friends, among family. Enjoy, enjoy every single time together, every single moment together. We don't know tomorrow. We don't know what's going to happen. Life is short. And when we arrive in the spiritual world, we don't want to go to that feeling that I fail. Okay? I hope I answered your question, Shanti. I hope I answered your question. Okay, so I'll give it like 1 minute here. Okay, so once again, thank you very much, my friends. On Sunday, 11:15 Ireland time, we will have our talk, our Sunday talk, and this Sunday it's me, so I'll be here. I didn't prepare anything yet, so I don't know what's going to be the topic, but soon I will put this announcement in the Facebook and in YouTube. Okay? Okay, so thank you for your time. Thank you for your moment of attention. And I am very glad everyone is it's okay, it's good. I'll see you next Tuesday with the Gospel according to Spiritism comments. Okay? Thank you guys. Have a lovely day, and I'll see you soon. Bye bye. Thank you.